everyone, this is how to find exact values of trig expressions involving secant. There's going to be two problems here, secant and cosecant. We're using the half angle formula. The first thing I'm going to note is that secant equals 1 over cosine. So I'm going to write this as 1 over cosine of 15 pi over 4. Which is, with the half angles from our previous videos, we know we can write this as, this is supposed to be 8. This would be 15 pi over 4 divided by 2. So my angle is 15 pi over 4. And if you want to make this coterminal, to make it more so you know what it is, let's just subtract 2 pi. And so our angle is coterminal with 7 pi over 4. Okay? Now, we know that cosine is positive in quadrant 4. So we know this belongs to quadrant 4. So cosine's positive, so I'm going to use the positive formula. Remember, we have the plus and minus in front. So it's going to be 1 over square root of 1 plus cosine of, you can go ahead and use 7 pi over 4 if you want, or 15 pi over 4, it doesn't matter, they're the same. And what you're going to get equals 1 over square root of 1 plus square root of 2 over 2 divided by 2. I go ahead and change this right here to 2 over 2. And what we get is 1 over square root of 2 plus square root of 2 over 4, which equals 1 over square root of 2 plus the square root of 2 over 2. Now, what I can do is just bring this 2 up, just from division, bring this 2 up here, because 1 over, let me do this real quick, 2 plus square root of 2, this is like saying, let me just rewrite this again. This is like saying 1 divided by square root of 2 plus square root of 2 over 2, which is the same as 1 times, and remember you flip this, 2 over square root of 2 plus square root of 2. So that way I can just bring the 2 up there. Alright, so we have 2 over square root of 2 plus square root of 2. Now most of my students get this far, and then we have all this radical stuff going on. So what we're going to do is multiply the denominator by the same thing. So we're going to get 2 plus square root of 2. That's going to alleviate the top radical. I also have to do this in the denominator. Now what you're going to get when you do that is 2 times the square root of 2 plus square root of 2, and the radicals will go away and you'll just get 2 plus square root of 2. Now we're going to go ahead and multiply by the conjugate, which will be 2 minus square root of 2, and this will be 2 minus square root of 2. So for our denominator, which is the part I like to do the first, when you do that, this is your a plus b times a minus b, which gives you a squared minus b squared. So that's just going to be 4 minus 2, because you squared that. And the numerator is just going to be 2 times 2 minus square root of 2 times the square root of 2 plus square root of 2. Now this equals 2. I'm just going to change it to 2. What happens is these two cancel. That equals 1. So your final answer is 2 minus square root of 2 times square root of 2 plus square root of 2. And that's all. Now next one's very similar. We have cosecant is 7 pi over 8. And we know that's 1 over sine, so we have 1 over sine 7 pi over 8. And since we're using the half angle, this is going to be 1 over sine of 7 pi over 4 divided by 2. Now, we know that cosecant for sine, we're going to use 7 pi over 4, and cosecant of 7 pi over 8 is going to be positive, so we're going to use the positive, and we're going to get 1 over square root of 1 minus cosine 7 pi over 4 divided by 2, which equals 1 over square root of 1 minus square root of 2 over 2 divided by 2. I go ahead and change this to 2 over 2. And we've done a lot of these, so we know that this is square root of 2 minus square root of 2 over 4, which equals 1 over square root of 2 minus square root of 2 over 2. So the square root of 4 is 2. I'm going to go ahead and bring this 2 up front on the top in the numerator. So we have 2 over square root of 2 minus square root of 2. Alright? And now what we're going to do is go ahead and simplify this by rationalizing the denominator. We're going to have to do it twice. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and multiply this by the denominator by the same thing to get rid of this top radical. And square root of 2 minus square root of 2. Now when you simplify this, you're going to get 2 times the square root of 2 minus square root of 2 over 2 minus square root of 2. When you multiply these two, the top radical goes away. The problem is we still have this radical here. So now we just proceed as if we were just going to rationalize the denominator by multiplying by the conjugate. Whatever we multiply the denominator by, we also have to multiply the numerator by. Now the numerator is just going to be easy. It's going to be 2 times 2 plus the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 minus square root of 2. I just kind of moved him in front here. And the denominator follows the a squared minus b squared. And that's going to be 4 minus 2. And that equals 2. So this equals 2. The 2's cancel. So your final answer is going to be 2 plus the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 minus square root of 2. And that's your exact value. And that's all. Thank you. Have a very nice day. Bye-bye.